plant the seed and then you water it. Okay, so our initial messages was the seed. We planted a bunch of seeds in a bunch of different investor email inboxes and DM inboxes, and now we water it. And the watering is how this actually grows. So what you're gonna do with watering is follow up. You're gonna follow up. And it could be as simple as, hey, just pinging this to your top. Hey, I'm sure you're busy. Just curious if you had time to talk. Or it can be as complex as, hey, just wanted to follow up, blah, 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 blah. And you give a little summary of why they're the perfect person. And you're not gonna stop messaging them until they freaking respond. That's the mindset though, okay? Every single investor that you sent your initial message to, that you can send a secondary message to, a follow-up message, you go do that right now. It's so important, okay? I'm gonna go through some examples of how follow-up works for me, but that is a critical aspect of what you need to do. So go get motivated, go freaking send a bunch of follow-up, go send a bunch of new messages, plant a bunch of new seeds, because in 6 days, we're gonna do more follow-up. In 3 days, we're gonna do more follow-up. This process is not stopping for a long time. So you better get into a groove, you better get used to it, you better figure out how you can do this in a controlled manner where you're, setting time aside and doing outreach every week. Has to be every week, no weeks off. We don't have the time. If you want to close, you need to go do a bunch of follow-up. And again, you're probably not going to get many responses at this point because you're still refining your message. You're still working through stuff. I bet you we may not get responses till you've sent your 200 messages. I don't care. I've been there. I've done that 100 times. I always go send 200 messages. Every business I've ever started, I sit there and for weeks and weeks, I just go on LinkedIn, I send messages. I go on email, I send messages. And eventually, when the time is right and the world aligns, all these messages start coming back to you, and you have to trust the process. So just go keep following up. I have one rule when I do follow-up. You either block me or I keep following up. Live by that. And I'm going to show you examples of exactly what I mean, where I sent 50 messages over years and never got a response, and then finally get a response. It works. So just stick with it. Good luck.